Hello, thank you for coming to the meeting. Today we'll be going over the usability test summary of the National Library of Medicine's website. This meeting is being recorded and will be added to the screencast section upon conclusion of the meeting. The purpose of this test is to ensure that the user has a quality experience, that they are able to find their query easily, that they are able to navigate the site, and that there is reasonable speed within the website so they will not lose interest while searching for their query. This website is geared towards medical professionals in the healthcare field. However, it's also not limited to this field or these people because the design of the website has allowed for others who are not so familiar with medical terms or the databases which NLM uses to easily search for their queries as well. This is demonstrated by two columns on either side of the homepage, and I will quickly navigate to the NLM homepage. As you can see, the databases column is more towards users that are familiar with the website, all the databases that they will need, whereas the right side has Find, Read, Learn, and this allows users to search for a certain section that they'd be interested in. For instance, PubMed leads to biomedical literature, so if you click biomedical literature, you're able to navigate to PubMed. So this is a very useful item for newcomers and those who are used to this website as well. Going back to the presentation, the accessibility. The accessibility is actually really good already on the National Library of Medicine's webpage. As you can see from this report, there are a few errors and a few alerts, but very few and actually negligible because they are not they won't greatly interfere with a web search or navigation on the page. Same with PubMed. A few errors and a few alerts, such as broken links, but not terrible in comparison to other websites such as the Olympics webpage, which had 211 alerts and 28 errors. So, although there is some room for improvement, it is pretty good. In order to further test the usability of this website, user stories were created. This is to identify the ideal or typical user, or identify a potentially underserved or unhappy user group. Of course, these are hypothetical. Story of the happy user is someone who is familiar with the website, knows how to search, knows their medical terms, and is able to find everything they were looking for, of course. The unhappy user is someone who is completely unfamiliar with NLM, actually goes to the library to search on the reading room computers, and unfortunately, due to their lack of medical knowledge and use of broad terms, they are unable to find what they're looking for and actually become a little bit nervous because they were trying to self-diagnose without great knowledge. And based on these user stories, a card sorting activity was created to help identify if any issues occur while navigating the website. The current activity flow was demonstrated in these wireframes. For instance, the user finds the PubMed link, searches for the target article, attempts to view the article in full, and views the article. We had 3 participants for this exercise. 2 were college students familiar with search engines and research. 1 was familiar with medical terminology, and the third participant was a librarian who was very familiar with search engines used in. And here's a sample of the cards that were used. And the participants were instructed to put these in the order that they thought would logically flow within the website. Once the cards were organized, the users were asked to actually enact these steps in real life on the NLM and PubMed websites. And aside from one minor glitch, they were able to do so easily and without issue. How they access the website, the actual article differed. However, they were all able to access the article. The good part about the PubMed website is that there are several ways to access a full free text of an article you're searching for. Upon conclusion, it was found that the current layout is ideal, and aside from navigating PubMed, every step was completed quickly. Next steps for usability testing. It would be helpful to find participants that more closely resemble the unhappy user's case story, in which they're unfamiliar with search terms and medical terminology. Additionally, more navigation testing would be ideal. For instance, participants could search for information on ToxNet or perhaps information on clinical trials. Clinical trials would probably be more towards participants who would resemble the happy or ideal case user. So that would also be a good usability case to test. In conclusion, so far usability tests have found that NLM's website and the PubMed website, which is NLM's, have a good flow, and they are easy to navigate and overall good. Thank you again for joining this meeting, and we will keep you updated as the user tests progress. Thank you. Bye.